Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Bengals going up against the Browns. With that, let's get up to Cleveland. We're standing by our Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now Griffin on first down. Caught left side by Funchess. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. And that's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Griffin. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
Vontaze Burfict is a super talent and a fierce competitor. He can do it all at the linebacker position.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. They go play action. Griffin. And his throw here's incomplete. Michael Pruitt, the big tight end, is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Play action. Now Griffin. Surveying the field. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's second down. First drive for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use them in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Watch it now, Barney. No, check. Hurry up, here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got Lewis, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
So still in search of the first down after that last completion. And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Eifert has it. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And now the starting defense for the Browns.
Von Miller is so good that he doesn't even need a nickname. His ability to bend and dip on the pass rush, unequaled in this league.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw to the left side here for Eifert. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
The slot man in motion right. And here we go on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They go play action. Griffin. Now look out. Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with the football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On 3rd down, Griffin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd and 5. They'll come out in the pistol. And to give this time to the tailback. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And Parkey's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. These guys told us, these guys being the coaches, they wanted to really stretch the field, get the ball down deep. They were able to do that here.
And you know when you stretch the field, you often leave guys in one-on-one situations, and that allows your better athletes to go up and get the football. I love the preparation that they put into this. They made it a priority, and they got what they expected.
From the red zone now, here's Griffin on first down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it, just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
They come out here in the eye. Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down. 5 yards to go. Again, it's Henry. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses we talk to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
The Bengals getting set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
They come out here in the eye. Slot man moves right. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go. Over.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
After the interception, here's Griffin. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
To throw is RG3. Caught left side by Funchess. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. Coleman has it here right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, Griffin. This will be caught inside the 10. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on, and now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Final play of the half. It's Griffin. That's caught at the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Four yards remaining now on second down. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So 2nd and 10 here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Caught, Eifert over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. On third down, Griffin punches with a catch over the middle. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependent.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carlos Dunlap in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Griffin on second down. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. From the gun on 3rd down, Griffin. And this is going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Corey Grant, 94 yards, and the Bengals add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Browns getting set to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's Griffin. And his throw is incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Second and 10 now. Griffin finding time. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first down, Griffin. Coleman has it here right side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They'll throw on first down with Griffin. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Griffin. Steps away to his left. A beautiful fake. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. Third and 2, now Griffin. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Ty Montgomery that time. Now 4th down.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Henry. Still on his feet. 6 yards on the pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down, and they convert another one right here to move the chains.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Seven yards to go on second down.
Detroit! On now, look at 56. Look it. Now let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now it's Griffin. He's got time. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Throwing now, Griffin on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they went big on first down, proves unfruitful.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
10 yards to go on third. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32. Slow. Under.
On third down, Griffin. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now
or
very
lights
quickly.
out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
Here we go. It's Griffin on fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.